random drug testing can be done at work, shouldn't welfare recipients also have to follow a similar protocol as well in order to receive their checks or obtain any welfare money at all? Oftentimes, the welfare checks that are received through the government to people can be misused and people abuse the systems, but oftentimes they can be used for good and people are able to gain support through a rough patch in their life and get back on their feet. If a recipient has a drug or alcohol addiction, funding them is only adding fuel to the fire. It's basically just giving them money to go buy their drug that they do. As well, children's lifestyles can be affected or destroyed when they're around drug and alcohol, or people that abuse drug and alcohol. It can harm them as they grow. And people who actually need the money, it's difficult for them to get it. So 16% of the population is already receiving welfare or some sort of government funding. And actually no one really knows what the people are using it for when they receive those checks, so they could be using it for absolutely anything. And electronic benefit transfer, or EBT cards, are basically just like a credit card with money that the government provides, and they are never checked for what they're used for, so they can be used anywhere, like casinos or at tattoo parlors. Those who work in support and fund the welfare system can be randomly drug tested at any time, and if they show up positive for drugs, action can be taken and they can be fired. If workers have to stay drug-free, shouldn't all those who are receiving the workers' money on welfare have to stay drug-free as well? An example would be one of my paycheck stubs. For my job, as of 3 months ago, I've already paid over $100 in taxes, and this is basically just saying that like everybody pays taxes, so everyone should be concerned about where their money is going. So currently I'm a full-time student and part-time worker, so I'm pretty concerned about where my money is going. I wouldn't want it in the wrong hands. Drug testing can be good in a way to ensure that those receiving the checks do not spend it on drugs. Those who fund the program get tested, and it's only equal for the recipients to get tested as well, like I said. And monitoring the EBT cards, or the electronic benefit transfers, can reduce the amount of spending on items that are not needed. For example, it would reduce people spending money on tattoos, piercings, or cigarettes, or anything else, or like I said, going to the casino. And it's focused more so on people using it for food, rent, clothing for their children or themselves, just basic necessities that they need. Without testing, it's only making the problem bigger. Basically, addicts gain access to a drug with the money that is funded them through the government. People are abusing the system already, so I mean it's getting pretty easy to keep abusing it. It's already a huge problem, and it's talked about constantly, and it kind of makes like the government seem like they don't care about if people are on drugs or not by not drug testing them. Well, with such a big controversial topic that has been addressed over numerous times over the years, for now the best way to handle this and help is just to spread awareness and just tell others around you. And that's the best way to get the word out and hopefully get a bill going to Congress to hopefully get something passed soon.